everything that you are wanting to manifest, you want it because you think that you're going to feel better in the having of it. The absence of it, living without it, just feels so bad. So if you could just have it, then you would feel so much better. And so when you understand that, you can feel the way that you would feel when you have your manifestation before it even comes. And if you really understand that, if you really understand that you can accomplish the emotion right now, you may not be able to, manifest the money, the fortune right this very second, but you can manifest a feeling of prosperity. And that feeling of prosperity is enough because it puts you in the receiving mode. The feeling of prosperity, that feeling of positive emotion is your indication, because your emotions are your indications of your vibrational emanation in this vibrational universe. Your emotions are exactly that. And so when it feels good, it means that you're in the receiving mode of something that you're gonna want to experience, something that you are going to enjoy when it becomes more, when it becomes from, or as it turns into, or as it matures from a vibration into the physical thing that you can see. So you have a vibrational reality, and this vibrational reality has everything that you want in it. You have been putting preferences of every single size and on every single subject in this vibrational reality, and it's there. And all you have to do is get your vibration up to speed, or match yourself to the frequency of your vortex, which is evidenced to you by a simple feeling of satisfaction, that feeling of movement and passion and clarity and ease and flow. And once you can find those emotions, then you're now in the receiving mode. And this is the thing that's so interesting, is that most of you are in the receiving mode so much of the time. And the true mastery comes from being able to stay in that receiving mode for longer, because the longer you can stay in that receiving mode, then naturally the more momentum you are able to produce by your focus, by virtue of your focus. And the question is, what type of momentum are you propagating? Is it the pure momentum that matches the pureness of your desire? Because desire feels really good. Or is it that resistance, wobbly vibration that feels like negative emotion, that manifests in the form of negative emotion, and it's all about unwanted things? And that's what makes creation very interesting, is that you're creating how you feel right now, and in creating how you feel, you're achieving a frequency. And as you achieve that frequency, then you're actually receiving what's on that frequency. You're receiving what's in that frequency. Or let's say it better, your vibration is congealing all around you in the form of this physical reality that you're now seeing. And that's exactly how creation is happening. That is what your what is. The thing about what is that this is your old reality. So you don't have to worry about this old reality anymore. You don't have to think about it anymore, because your inner being is not thinking about it. So when we say that, find the feeling is the real manifestation. And if you can feel a vibrational essence, if you can look in the absence of your desire and say that you feel good because you have the vibrational version, the vibrational essence of your desire, then you really understand that you're actually vibrational. That you didn't come here to create physical things. You didn't come here to manifest things and get awards. And here's the thing, is that you actually did come for a manifestation. You did, but you have to know how to do it. And this is exactly how to do it. When you understand that the feeling is a real manifestation, we're not saying give up now. Give up on your physical manifestation. Cross everything off your list. You are now done. You are done, because there is no doneness. You can never stand still in this reality. That's why it's fun to do processes. But the thing about the processes is that while you're, meditating, or while you're scripting, or while you're doing, anything that is focusing on making yourself feel better about the subjects that you are wanting to manifest, the only reason why you're doing any process, the only reason why you're doing anything, is because you're in the vortex. And while you're in the vortex, you actually want to have that hands-on sort of approach. You want to have your hands in the clay. So you get to be the creator that you came here to be. You get to think about things in more specifics. And that's exactly what you want, because we know that the emotion is really boring. The thing is, when the emotion is when it's your goal, or when it's your prize, then you can actually stay in the receiving mode. Because the thing is, the money is harder to get because you have your doors and walls closed up, because the money requires a lot of things that you simply don't understand how you're going to have, and you don't have answers to those questions. So there's a lot of resistance, there's a lot of vibrational variance that gets introduced into the equation. But when it's about the emotion, then you're able to stay purely in the frequency of your desire. And when you're in the frequency of your desire, you achieve the receiving mode. That's the thing, is that step 1 is you ask, and step 2 is given to you by source, and step 3 is you have to be in the receiving mode. And that's exactly what we're talking about. You got to be in the receiving mode. You can't be tuned on a different frequency. You can't be talking about only the absence of your dollars, the absence of your empire, your business, and ever see the physical version of it. And so every subject is really 2 subjects, the presence and the absence. So the question is, which side of the stick are you focusing more on? And the thing is, whenever you think about the subject, both ends of the stick are always active, but the question is, what is your vibrational habit? And so that's the thing, is that you have these vibrational habits, so you can give yourself a break. You have these vibrational habits that you didn't create in one day, and you're not going to release them in one day, but you can gradually change your vibration. Because when you go to sleep at night, all of your vibration resets, your momentum resets, your habits resets. And so when you're up and awake in the morning, fresh from your sleep, you're actually new into the universe. You have that blank slate. You have that fresh feeling this is a new day. This is new momentum. And so you could get the momentum of yesterday started, but now you understand how to stay in the receiving mode. And now you understand that there is a receiving mode, that you are vibration, that there is a vortex, and you can actually have what you want. Because we don't want you to just give up on your manifestation, because having a manifestation that you're looking forward to is really so fun. But we want to get you to understand that you're not doing the processes to make anything happen. You're not doing the process for the manifestation. And that's what's so interesting, is because you're the creator. So when you stand where you are right now and you sort of throw your tantrum of being like, my life should be better, like, I'm not having what I want, the universe is not giving it to me, I don't see it. It's very interesting, because you're the perceiver. So if you're saying that you're not seeing something, then that's all you can perceive with your 5 senses. That's all your vibration is allowing you to see. And we're trying to get you to raise the frequency of your vibration so that you can receive more, that you can see more, that you can see beyond what you're seeing right now, your what is. But see, that's the thing, is that you can't keep talking about what is and never expect it to change. You have to talk about something different. You have to introduce something else into the equation, which is caring about how you feel, which is feeling good, which is understanding the power of feeling good, because there's power in feeling good. But we want you to be in it for the pleasure, because when you're in it for the pleasure, the science behind it is that you can stay in the receiving mode for longer, because we don't doubt that you can find the receiving mode of your desire. You know how to feel good about your desire. And that's why you can, come before us and be like, well, picture thing, it's not working, because I've been wanting this thing and I've been applying all the processes, I've been daydreaming about it, I've been feeling good about it, I've been going general about it, I've been doing focus wheels, I've been meditating about it, I've been scripting about it, I've been doing everything, and it's not coming to me. And then we're like, but the thing is, the universe isn't giving it to you, because you've earned it through your processes. And that's the thing, is that you think that the universe is some greater force than you, and you're just trying to prove yourself to the universe. You're just trying to earn something. And that's the thing, is that it doesn't work like that, because you're the perceiver. So if you're asking yourself, or if you're finding yourself asking the question, how much longer until this desire is ready to manifest or will manifest, the question is, or that question should be redirected to you, because where is your desire? How do you feel about it? How far, how close? Because when you introduce emotions into the mix and how you actually feel about your desire, then you actually have guidance. You have vibrational information about what's going on in this desire. Is that interesting? Is that you have a mix of desires, or you have a mix of vibration about your desire. And you also have a mix of desires too, because you're always expanding, you're always creating more things, and you're always amending these desires. So there's always being new things thrown into the mix. That's why we're saying the feeling is important. The feeling is what you're looking for, but the manifestation is what you came for. But the thing is, we know that if you love the feeling, then the manifestation has to come. The thing is, if you like the feeling and you're doing it for the manifestation, then the fact that the manifestation isn't hearing it makes everything get old, makes you get tired, makes you get burnt out, it makes you wonder, it makes you feel skeptical, that it makes you feel a little skeptical that you can even do this at all. But we're saying, you're the one who's the perceiver. So yeah, you're the one who can decide, or let's say like this, you're the one who decides what you want, but you're also the one who pushes it away, because you're like, well, I don't see it. And we're like, but the thing is, you have to practice seeing it. And because there is a vibrational version that you have to tune into. And the first sign of your manifestation is going to be an emotion. And if you can nurture that emotion, if you can love that emotion because of how it feels, then you've got it, right? Because we're not saying that the emotion is a prize and you should give up on the physical manifestation. We're saying that the emotion is a prize that as you hold on to, then the details have to start flowing in, because you're in the receiving mode, because you have to be in the receiving mode of your desire. That's your job. Your job is to be in the receiving mode, because you're always in a receiving mode. That's the thing, is that you're always in if you're awake, you're always in a receiving mode, because you're always broadcasting a signal. You're always broadcasting a vibration. And that's how you set your tuner. That's how you set your receiving mode, by what you're broadcasting. That's what makes you so interesting and yet complicated, because you have free will and you're offering vibrations about things that you don't want, and then you're putting yourself in receiving modes about things that you don't want, and then you're wondering, well, why am I not getting what I want? And we're saying, because you're the one who's not, maybe you're just not aware of your vibration, maybe you're not aware of your emotions, but now you are. Now you understand that, okay, I'm always in a receiving mode. The question is, what receiving mode do I want to be in? That's the real question. And that's the only way to really answer that question is, how do I really want to feel? How do I want to feel? Because if you choose the feeling instead of the subject, then the feeling will lead to the subject, and then there will be no resistance. But if you look for the subject, then you're bringing all your baggage on that subject, and so you can never really find a clear beat on that subject. But when you look for the emotion, when you're looking for how do I want to feel, then the emotion can be that sort of general, that general space that as you stand on, the more details can fill in. Isn't that interesting? Is that the emotions really are the key to what you want, because the dream, the image of it is very scanty, because when you think about it, there's resistance because you're like, okay, how am I gonna get there? How is it gonna happen? Because the thing is, when you're in it for the manifestation and the fact that it's not here, you're looking for it, you want it to be here. So you're trying to, you're trying to make your way to the manifestation right this second. You're trying to use this process to get right to the manifestation. But it doesn't work like that because there's no like earning thing going on. So isn't that interesting? There's no earning thing going on. So you're the one who has to perceive it. So the thing is, you're perceiving your desires all the time, even in the absence of your desires. So the question is, why not perceive what you want to perceive? Because you're sloppy, because you're lazy, because you're used to just looking at a reality and thinking about it and offering all your vibration about what you're seeing. And you're used to screaming in loud enough that if you catch people who, want to give up the goods, that they will give up the goods. But the universe doesn't work like that because you're the one who can set your receiving mode. The universe can't receive, your inner being cannot set your receiving mode. So the question is, what do you want and why do you want it? And as you talk about why you want it, you're actually finding the receiving mode of it. And as you're feeling good about that conversation, when you talk about why you want it and you're feeling good about it, your desire, then that really is a prize. And since that is a prize, then that's the thing, is that the manifestation has to come. We just want you to understand that you can achieve the feeling right now. And as you achieve the feeling right now, then you're putting yourself in a really good place in your attraction, because now you're standing on the platform and all the details have to come. But if the details are not coming, then that's because you want the manifestation right now. And since the manifestation isn't here yet, then what that means is you're focusing more on the absence. That's the thing about wanting something really badly, is that the absence is playing a really big role in your vibration, because you just can't help but notice. You can't help but, track your progress. And we know because you're used to being physical. You're used to a physical action journey, but this is a vibrational world. So there's no real action journey that you can take that will create the things that you want. It's a vibrational, emotional journey. It's about looking for the best feeling dot where you stand. It's about looking for the parts that do work. And what always is true is that you have the vibrational version that you can tune into right now. You always have the feeling of your desire. You always have the ability to go general and find your connection again. You have the ability to feel however you want to feel. And as you find the feeling, then you can set your receiving mode. And as you set your receiving mode, then guess what happens? You start to receive on the subject of everything that you want. You're able to manifest things. Things are coming clear into your realization. You're realizing things that many people are like, what is happening? How is that happening to you? And you're just saying it's normal for me. It's because you understand how this works. You're not assigning your creations to some creator that's better than you, because the thing is, there's no creator that's better than you. You're a creator and a creator is creating. The thing is, what you create is not as important as your main creation, which is how you feel. That's interesting, because if the creator's creations are more important than the creator's ultimate creation, then you know what happens? The creator can't create. The creator must create. You must create. The thing is, in your desire to create, you're worrying so much about the manifestations because you're addicted to manifestations, when there's so much more manifestations that you could open your awareness to and be okay with, because you're vibrational and you can be on the leading edge and you can enjoy things that you can't see it with your mind, because you like emotion, you like vibrations, you like caring about how you feel. And as you care about how you feel, then what happens is you can stay in the receiving mode for longer. And so you're going to fall out of the receiving mode, obviously, but you're going to go back in and you're going to fall back out and you're going to fall back in. And ultimately, you always want a desire. You always want something to look forward to, because these desires are like fuel. So don't be in a rush. But the thing is, you're going to have everything that you want, because it's just the way it is. It's the way that your reality is sort of, wired. But the thing is, it doesn't have to take long. If it feels like it's taking a long time, then it just means that you're holding a vibration that's not allowing you to let it in, literally. And that's all you gotta do. You just gotta let it in. And letting in after watching this video makes a lot more sense, because you're like, okay, all I have to do is be in the receiving mode of this desire. And the first sign of a manifestation is an emotion. And if I can love the emotion and I can nurture that emotion, and I can realize that the emotion is really what I'm looking for. And since I have the emotion before the actual manifestation comes, so now the manifestation, it's not that it doesn't matter. It's just that whenever I think about that subject, then the emotion is what I'm thinking about more and more and more. So when the emotion is what I'm thinking about more, then now when I think about the manifestation, it's more inspired. I'm getting glimpses of it in my mind, in my realization. And so since I love that emotion, then the manifestation just flashes out right in front of me, because I'm up to speed, because now my desire doesn't feel big. I've practiced the thoughts on this desire. So now it feels normal. It feels like something that I can just have.